Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
To write a check in QuickBooks Online Plus, click the Create icon and then select Check under the Vendors heading. This will open a check number to print window that will allow you to enter the information needed for the check. The first option on the top left-hand side of the page is a drop-down box for you to choose a payee. To the right, you will see a drop-down box for you to select from which account you would like to write the check. This is followed by the balance for the selected account. The next area is a mailing address field. This will be pre-populated with the address listed in the payee information. If you chose to add new or you do not have an address on file for the selected payee, you can enter one here manually. To the right of this text box is a payment date field. This is filled with the current date. On the same line, on the right side of the screen, is a check number box with a print later checkbox underneath it. You can enter your check number here. Selecting the Print Later box will save the check information and allow you to print it at a later time. If you are simply using this window to record a handwritten check you've already created, you can uncheck the Print Later checkbox and simply enter the check number you wrote into the check number box. When writing a check, you must fill out at least one of the split lines in either the Account Details or the Item Details sections. To attribute the check amount to an account, like an expense account, you can simply choose an account from the Account column in the Account Details section. If you are purchasing products or services that you have created from your Products or Services list, you can select the products in the Item Details section. Following the Item Details section, you will find a Memo field where you can enter information into the Memo section of the check. This is followed by an Attachment section that will allow you to add a file up to 25 megabytes to this entry. Across the bottom of the page you will find an array of buttons. They are Cancel, Clear, Print Check, Order Checks, Make Recurring, More, and a drop-down button with the Save in New or Save in Close options. The first time you click the Print Check link, you'll be taken to a menu that will ask you questions about how you print and what kinds of checks you use. Walking through all the steps will see your file system set up to print your checks. Clicking the Order Checks link will take you to an Intuit QuickBooks page that will allow you to purchase blank checks directly from QuickBooks. If you click the Make Recurring link, a new menu will open that will allow you to build a template for a recurring check. This is helpful when you are repeatedly paying checks to the same person or company, for example, a monthly bill payment. This menu will allow you to choose the interval and duration of the recurring check. You can select the payee and account to be used, and you can set an end date here for the recurring check if applicable. Clicking the More link opens a list of options that include Copy, Void, Delete, Transaction Journal, and Audit History for saved checks. Choosing Copy will open a new Write Checks window that has the information from the first check already copied into it. Choosing Void will open a pop-up box asking you to confirm voiding the check. Clicking Delete will open a pop-up box that asks you to confirm deleting this check. The Transaction Journal option, when clicked, will open a journal report that will list all check transaction types for the account you have selected. The final option under More is the Audit History option. Choosing Audit History will open a page that will display all of the interactions with this check that have occurred. This will include who wrote the check, when it was written, if any changes were made before it was printed, and whether the check has cleared or not. This is a useful function when you have multiple users who are authorized to write checks for your company. The Save in New or Save in Close drop-down button will either save the check and open a blank page for another check, or it will save the check and close the page.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.